Welcome to Semi-Living, where we're not zombies. Today, we're probably gonna make something really, really yummy, but not brains. Hi y'all, I'm truck driver Linda. Truck driver Paul is
sitting up front.
I had a comment earlier this week from a subscriber. He had mentioned jambalaya, making jambalaya in his truck. I thought, oh my gosh, I have not had jambalaya in ages and ages. And it put a notion in my mind that I had to have some jambalaya this week. We are going to make some jambalaya. Preheat your lunchbox. I have also preheated my pan with my lunchbox. And I am going to give it just a little spray with some olive oil. And the first thing I'm going to do is I've got about a cup of chicken that's been all chunked up. I'm going to add that first. I'm just going to add a teeny little bit of salt. You can add whatever salt you want. Cover it up. Set it aside. And that's just got to cook maybe 10 minutes. You just kind of want to get it going. All right, 10 minutes. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Can y'all hear it? Oh yeah. Okay. So see, it's just getting the cooking process started a little bit. That's all I wanted to do. And now, what I'm going to add, I have 3 different vegetables here. I have 3 green onions right here that I have diced up, a quarter of a yellow onion that I've diced up, and a jalapeno that I've diced up. I'm going to add those. And also, I'm going to add, this is 1 celery stalk, and it also with the leaves. I'm going to add those. And I'm going to add 1 clove of minced garlic. Add those. Stir it up a little. Cover it back up. That's going to take 10 or 15 minutes. Just want to kind of cook it till the vegetables are a little soft. 15 minutes. Alright, I'm just going to take this out. And I want my lunchbox to stay hot, so I'm going to close it up and just set it aside for now. Alright, so for this, the rest of it, it's really easy. You're going to add 1 cup of either seafood stock or chicken broth. Add that right to your pan. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Three-quarters of a cup of diced tomatoes with the juice. This is about a half of a 14-ounce can. Also, we're going to add, this is Cajun style sausage, and there's about a half a cup there. And one more thing, Cajun seasoning. Now I made this, you can buy Cajun seasoning. It's got garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, white pepper, cayenne pepper, and a little bit of salt. I will post in the descriptions how to make it. Otherwise you can buy it, however you want to do it. Add that. Now we're also going to add shrimp and rice to this, but not yet. We want these flavors to cook into each other and blend. So I'm going to cover it. And I'm going to put it back in the stove. Close that back up. You're only going to let it bake 10 minutes. You just kind of want to get everything in there warm to kind of get all the seasonings kind of going through everything. All right, y'all ready to check it? Let's get you. Oh, this is good. So hot. Well, look at that. Can you see that? Does it just look scrumptious already? Those juices. Alright, y'all. It's going to get tight. We got to add rice to this. Just going to open my pan up a little. Give me some room to stir it. I'm adding 1 cup of instant brown rice. And I'm also going to add, I've got some diced up yellow and red bell peppers. And I'm just going to add a couple of those. Just a little bit. Green would be perfect, but I don't have any green. So we're going with red and yellow. Close it back up. Put it back in your lunchbox. Alright, y'all. That's only going to take 20, maybe 30, but I doubt 30 minutes. And I've already washed and dried my shrimp. I'm using pre-cooked shrimp. All I had to do was thaw it out. It doesn't need to be cooked. If I cook this right now with the rice, it'll be like chewing on cardboard. So I'm going to add this when the rice is done. And then just let the dish heat it for me. Y'all want to talk about Creole, Cajun. It's a beautiful culture down in Louisiana. They have their own thing going on. I think there's a lot of confusion between the Creole and the Cajuns. And to tell you the truth, I'm not entirely sure. I went to a website. It's a New Orleans website, and I'll post a link at the bottom explaining the difference between Cajuns and Creoles. I'm going to quote this. Cajuns aren't Creole, and Creole isn't Cajun. According to their website, Cajuns were French settlers that settled in Acadia, Canada. While eventually they got booted out by the British and were moved around. A lot of them were moved down to Louisiana, living in the swamps. They kind of developed their own distinctive culture in the swamps of Louisiana and became known as Cajuns. Creoles can mean that they are born in New Orleans and are descendants of French and Spanish ancestry. Or they can be descendants of African, Caribbean, French, and Spanish ancestry. Apparently, Creole is a little harder to define than Cajuns. Now, I gotta tell you, Cajun, the way they speak, I could just listen to Cajuns talk forever. And I love their music. I love their food. I love their culture. However, the dish I'm making, I always thought about it as a Cajun dish. Apparently, though, it's Creole the way I'm making it, because I've added tomatoes. If I didn't add tomatoes, it would have been a Cajun dish. Tomatoes started to get added by the Spanish settlers to replace saffron. So I guess if you add tomatoes, technically it makes it a Creole dish instead of a Cajun. Ready to check this? I do believe it's done. Alright, let's get y'all over here. Let's see what kind of mess we got underneath. Look at all that. It's a tight fit, isn't it? Alright, next thing, I'm going to add it to this bowl. I've got a cup of shrimp, and I'm going to add it to the bottom. All I want is the jambalaya to heat the shrimp. Jambalaya. All right. Jambalaya's done. We're going to serve it up and see what Paul thinks of it. Camera shy Paul becomes very uncamera shy whenever supper is ready.
When the food comes out, I come out.
All right. So Paul's going to taste it. There it is, all served up. We just have a spinach salad with it. Is it Cajun or Creole?
I have no idea.
We don't know if it's Cajun or Creole, but we do know it's really, really good.
Yeah, I do know it tastes really, really good.
Thanks for watching, y'all. If you like the video,
give her a thumbs up.
subscribe, share, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the difference between Creole and Cajun, or if you even thought there was a difference. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.